The Sinai Desert boys on the way to Gaza. Jerusalem is in our sights, but first we need Beersheba, the waters of Beersheba.
At a mile distant, their 1,000 hooves was stuttering thunder, coming at a rate that frightened a man. They were an awe-inspiring sight, galloping through the red haze, the dying sun glinting on bayonet points. Machine guns and rifle fire just roared, but the 4th Brigade galloped on. We heard shouts among the thundering hooves, saw balls of flame among those hooves. Horse after horse crashed, but the mass squadrons thundered on. The last mile was a berserk gallop, with the squadrons in magnificent line, a heart-throbbing sight as they plunged up the slope, the horses leaping the redoubt trenches. My glasses showed me the Turkish bayonets thrusting up for the bellies of the horses. One regiment flung themselves from the saddle. We heard the mad shouts as the men jumped down into the trenches. A following regiment thundered over another redoubt, and to a triumphant roar of voices and hooves was galloping down the Hall Mile right into the town. Then came a whirlwind of movement from all over the field. Galloping batteries, dense dust from mounting regiments, a rush as troops poured for the opening in the gathering dark. Mad, mad excitement, terrific explosions from down in the town. Beersheba had fallen.
Brave Anzac soldiers liberated Beersheba for the sons and daughters of Abraham and opened the gateway for the Jewish people to re-enter the stage of history. The heroism of your fallen men will never be forgotten. The brave soldiers who are buried here played a crucial role in defeating the Ottoman Empire, liberating the Holy Land, ending 400 years of Ottoman rule in one great dash. There's a historical significance of what happened here. Anzac soldiers went on to capture Jerusalem, Tiberias, Megiddo, and then continued northwards. They were actually retracing the footsteps of the heroes of the Bible. They were stepping on the verses of the Bible, and they knew it.
Not just in World War I, but also in World War II, the Australians were instrumental in stopping the German army's drive across North Africa towards the Middle East at El Alamein, thus averting a second Holocaust for the 700,000 Jews living in the Middle East.
Alamein was a great turning point in the war. Before Alamein, said Churchill, we never had a victory. After Alamein, we never had a defeat. It was these Australians from every state of the Commonwealth who made this great victory possible. The magnificent forward drive of the Australian 9th Division, said Churchill, achieved by ceaseless, bitter fighting, swung the whole battle in our favour.
William Cooper was a Christian Aboriginal leader and statesman who led a delegation of Aboriginals to the German embassy in Melbourne to protest against the Nazi treatment of Jews in Europe. Their voices of protest were sadly one of few across the nation.
William Cooper was decades ahead of his time. Perhaps, given his remarkable leadership in other areas, we should not be so surprised that he reacted so swiftly and compassionately when information concerning the horrors of Kristallnacht reached Australia. The protest undertaken by the Australian Aborigines League against the cruel persecution of the Jewish people by the Nazi government of Germany stands out.
Aboriginal troopers fought with great distinction in the Australian Light Horse in World War I. In 2019, a monument was erected at Samak in Israel to commemorate the role these valiant Aboriginal Australians made to the contribution of the conflict in the Middle East. Mark Pollard, the grandson of Trooper Jack Pollard, gave the following speech at the occasion.
It is perhaps fitting in some way that Aboriginal Australian troopers, themselves part of a displaced people in their own spiritual land, volunteered to travel to a distant country to help in the reunification of another displaced people with their holy land. Part of my people fell on this soil. So this place will forever be part of our story.
The relationship between our two countries continues to develop strongly, especially in the area of technology, agriculture, and importantly defence, as the annual Beersheba dialogue between our defence ministers affirms.
Thank you for the invitation to address the 6th Beersheba dialogue. Ladies and gentlemen, my first ever visit to the Middle East was in 2015 to participate in the inaugural Beersheba dialogue. And I'm proud to say that I've been involved in all but one of these since then. It is deeply satisfying to witness this dialogue continuing to grow in strength and also in relevance. It's not simply a reflection of the value I place on Australia's strong relationship with Israel. It's also a testament to the success of the dialogue and the important issues it considers. It symbolises the connections between our two nations, past, present and future.